and you Medford with Medford Knife and Tool. All right, people, tonight is the night. Get your popcorn, get your soda pop, or your scotch and your cigar, because it's a big one. You guys are gonna have fun. We should have a drinking game on this one. Like every time I say Vulcan, you go, or every time I say super sexy. So I don't know, popcorn, soda, drinking, shot glasses, whatever it is you want to do. This video here is for Chris Miller at KnifeJoy, and it is quite the variety of different models, finishes, high-end, low-end, mid-end, you name it, we've got it here. And again, KnifeJoy, he's in Cherry Valley, Arkansas. Phone number for him is 870-318-7408. And let's see, hi, what we got. We're gonna start right here. All right, and I'm gonna kind of cruise through these today. So I have Praetorian Slim Flippers, 2 of them. They're both a falling leaf. One is kind of a mid-sized falling leaf, very loosely sculpted, and a very snug, tight, slightly smaller, more compact falling leaf. These are both Praetorian Slim Flippers, both Tontos. This one's a bronze Vio, and this one a blue. Micro Praetorian G, I have 2 of them. One S35 tumbled Tonto with OD green handle flamed hardware. One with a black G10 S35 Vulcan Tonto and PVD spring flamed clip. All right, Micro Praetorian T, S35 Vulcan drop point, bronze Vio dragon scales, handle and spring. 3V Vulcan Tonto, faced and tiger stripe flamed handle, blue hardware, blue spring flamed clip. I love this little guy here. So star and bars and rivets on a Micro T 3V Vulcan Tonto, and Terminator everything else. Awesome. And then we have another Micro T S35 PVD drop point blade, tumbled handle, and so reverse tuxedo, dark billowing American flag. Okay, and then we have, Jason, you want to go ahead and grab that? That's Eva's phone. I will let her know that her wind chimes went off in the middle of our drinking game. Micro Praetorian T S35 Vulcan drop point. Betsy Ross tattered flag, 1776, bronze hardware. And then we have a Vulcan Tonto, PVD handle spring, breaker, hardware, clip. And just in case you're wondering, the stamp on the Micro, because there's very little real estate, is close to the shoulder pin, the stop pin, and you'll see MKT-3 or MKT-S. Those are the 2 primary blade steels. Here we have another falling leaf, bronze with a little bit of Vio. And there's that MKT-S again right here. I love the fade on these. Here we have a tumbled drop point with blue Predator. And then the last Micro on the table is a Micro Tie. It's the same thickness as Genesis Tie and Praetorian Tie, so 0.260 inch thick, S35. This one's lasered in the fuller. Lightning, bronze violet. Then we get into our Genesis series. So S35 Vulcan Tonto, bronze dragon scales. S35 Vulcan Tonto, tumbled. Handle and spring standard hardware flamed clip. S35 Vulcan Tonto, stained glass with dark violet bead blasted, brushed bronze flats, bronze hardware, and brushed bronze clip. S35 Vulcan drop point, peaks and valleys. If you're curious about the difference between peaks and valleys and hammered, the peaks and valleys have these beautiful facets in between the sculpting, whereas hammered is very snug and very tight with no perimeters in between. Looks like a brushed and galaxy flamed clip on that one. And then the last Genesis, not quite the last. Let's do this one first. Genesis T, all blacked out, S35 PVD Tonto. And then the last Genesis on the table is just, I had these kind of done as a mated set. They're both violet bronze lightning. The Genesis Tie is 3V, the Micro is S35. But other than that, they are pretty identical. I guess we put a PVD breaker on this and NP3. They look equally as awesome with these knives. Then we get into our Scout series. The Scout off the website is you can order it with OD green and black G10. Chris has a Coyote here with PVD hardware and clip, so that is a rare bird right there. And then, you know, because Chris is such a large reseller of ours, we extend some courtesies where we don't usually offer on the website. So flamed hardware and clip on this Scout. All right, and then we dive into Praetorian T. The Vulcan blade on this is absolutely stunning. And this one, at first glance, I thought was PVD, but it's faced dark violet anno, which looks just lovely with the blade, bead blasted vio on the reverse side, flamed clip. And then we have 2 Praetorian Tie. So here, oh my gosh, isn't that awesome? So like if you wanted to get the full set, check it out. Full-size Praetorian Tie, Genesis tie, micro tie, all lightning, bronze vio. That is sick, sick, super sexy Vulcan sick. Drink, people. Ha. I would say S35 Vulcan drop point. There's the lightning. And then the second Praetorian Tie has some blues and caramels on it. It's Tonto, and that's a Twisted Predator. Looks like we flamed the handle and bronze anodized the spring. We have a single TFF1 on the table. All of the rest are Fat Daddies. This is a Vulcan blade, but you can notice that the handles are much slimmer. If we compare these two side by side, they look identical, and flip them blade down. Just like the Praetorian T and the Praetorian Tie, there's the difference in the blade thickness. So S35 Vulcan TFF1 flamed clip, and then all of these are Fat Daddies. Let's kind of run through these. Twisted Predator. The Twisted Predator has kind of a rope-like effect. It's got a little bit of a wrap in the band around the center. So Twisted Predator, kind of a blue-violet with those deep, rich colors on the blade, brushed bronze clip. Dragon Scales in a blue with really dark blues on the blade, brushed and flamed clip. Just straight up plain Jane, and it's very cool. So standard tumbled handle and spring, standard hardware, standard clip. This one we have lightning, so violet lightning, PVD hardware, brushed, looks like a brushed vio clip with PVD as the base. S35 Vulcan, Lazy River. I love the Lazy River. It's got kind of a psychedelic 70s vibe to it. Kind of flashback Fat Daddy right there. Lightning, S35 tumbled blade, silver flame on the handle, and straight up, bronze flamed on the handle, and straight up bronze on the spring with brushed bronze clip. And then the last Fat Daddy here in this grouping is Predator with a Vulcan blade, and that's standard silver, no coloration to it, brushed and flamed clip. And then we're gonna swing down to the Marauder series. So these are all full thick Marauders. And one of the first identifying features of the full-size Marauder, if you're looking at it in a picture or in a video, you're like, how can I tell? The standard Marauder has the 2 finger grooves with the scallops, whereas the Marauder H has rectangular facets on them. First one here, S35 Vulcan Tonto, faced and bronze tiger stripe, curved flaming, bronze spring with a bronze clip. S35 tumble drop point. Here's this filigree. Just gets a beautiful colors on this. Blue, violet, and bronze with blue hardware. Gosh, the blue hardware with that is just stunning. Brushed blue clip and blue pivots. Here we have our star and bar with World War II aviation markings on this, rivets and the growler teeth. S35 drop point, blue hardware and clip. Pretty standard and classic. This is a 3V drop point, brushed silver groove scallops and pinstriping. So there is silver pinstriping around the perimeters. This one here, super, super unique. This one is contoured. You can see the roundness to the handles. Very hard to do, it takes a great deal of time. Probably more time to do this than it takes to do this, believe it or not. Get that nice smooth curve, and it just looks, it's just creamy and dreamy in the hand. Here's a Marauder H. So you can see the facets on this. This one has falling leaf. Marauder H doesn't really lend itself to a whole lot of heavy duty sculpting because of these facets here, but the falling leaf is just beautiful, and with no anodizing at all, I think it's just fantastic. Then back to full thick Marauders, another Lazy River, all silver. Second Amendment, shall not be infringed, with blue hardware. Large peaks and valleys with kind of a bead blasted cement, almost a battleship gray down in the base, and some brushed Vio on the flats, brushed bronze clip, water ripples, just beautifully done. These are, let's see, those are vertical water ripples. I don't know why I have a hard time with vertical and horizontal. I guess I never really had a way to learn that. 3V, satin tanto, billowing American flag. The colors are just fantastic on this. Blue anodized spring, and a little clip, flag on the clip. Super sexy, super sexy. Drink, drink, drink. All right, S35 tumble tanto, faced and galaxy flamed handle. Blue spring. One of my all-time favorites. We have two of these here. One with violet, one with bronze. So we bronze or violet or blue or whatever anodize the handles and then go in and face the flats, and it leaves the facets with this dark color. It leaves the perimeters with the color, and then it's a faced silver flat. So very subtle. It allows you to see the natural design of the knife, and it's just sexy. One tanto, one drop point. And then we get into our slim midis. The slim midis and the Marauder H are similar. You can see the similarities in these facets. There's just enough room for the smaller version of the first recess here. This is our paisley, oversized paisley on the handle and spring. It's got a really nice Western flair to it. Drop point with the billowing American flag. Again, the colors are just very, very brilliant on these. A faced and Eye of the Storm flamed handle. Tumbled spring. Kind of a show lights or a dagger tooth. Again, this is blue down in the recesses and in the sculpting, and faced silver flats. Very subtle. And then Chris has a couple of these headed his way, almost blacked out with a little bit of pop of color, blue pivots, brushed blue clip. And then last but certainly not least, we have a couple individuals that we don't have, more than 8 or 10 of. I have a USMC fighter flipper. Of all the bells and whistles we have on the table, this remains one of my favorites. A blackout with a gold outlined billowing American flag on the handle. Very subtle and classy. Nosferatu Auto with faced silver handles, bronze hardware and clip, satin blade, tumbled see, I'm telling you, it's funny, you catch that in the light wrong, and those are violet anodized handles. 187 flipper, PVD blade handle spring with flamed hardware. Gentleman Jack PVD handles with gun grip laser engraved just below the bolster. I like that it differentiates. It's got that just straight up PVD bolster. And then the last Gentleman Jack on the table, faced in galaxy flamed here. Holy macanoles! Super sexy Vulcan. Drink, drink, drink. All right, so you had your popcorn, you had your soda, you had your scotch or your booze or whatever, your beer. We had a good time. Maybe reach out to Chris Miller, see what you get your hands on. I've had my hands on all these. They're all totally awesome, and there's more than what's on the table. So Chris is gonna have more knives and he knows what to do with, so reach out to him, call him, beep, boop, boop, see what you get your hands on. Till next time, I'm out.